I'm going to just go through a simple 12-bar blues song. It's called Bright Lights, Big City. It's one that I used to do in a band. We used to do it in A. I'm going to do it in E just for the for where my voice is as well, and also because it's the simplest way to do it. You could, of course, move it up to A if you wished, just by moving it up the fretboard, just to suit yourself or what you want to do. So for this one, we need the E chord. You'll need your A chord. And you'll need a B chord, which is an A chord shifted up 2 frets with your bar, or that way if you prefer. Now I'll introduce sevenths later on, but we're just going to play it fairly straight, just so that we can start somewhere. So you've got your E, your A, and your B. Okay. Probably the easiest way to strum this is either just on the first beat. So, bright lights, big city. Sorry, excuse me. On the first and third beat. Bright lights, big city, going to my baby's head. Bright lights, big city, going to my baby's head. I tried to tell you, baby, but you don't believe a word I said. And that's just probably the easiest way to get used to it, or even just on the first beat. Bright lights, big city, going to my baby's head. A. Bright lights, big city. Back to E. Going to my baby's head. I tried to tell you, baby. You're going to need to change for this one. And this goes back to the A. But I don't believe a word I said. So that was a B. Of course, being a blues song, you wouldn't. Well, you can if you want. You can play them straight or in swing. Often, blues songs are played to a swing beat instead of just played straight. So this may sound a bit somewhat unusual, but just as a simple sort of starter. So generally your straight beat go, bright lights, big city, going to my baby's head. Bright lights, big city, going to my baby's head. I tried to tell you, baby, but you don't believe a word I say. And that's your basic 12-bar blues. And that's an E. If you wanted to move it up to G, you take your G chord, which is here, E, F, F sharp, G. Bright lights, big city, going to my baby's head. Bright lights, that's a C. Big A sharp, B, C. Big city, going to my baby's head. C sharp, D. I tried to tell you, baby, but you don't believe a word I said. And I'm just strumming on the beat now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Bright lights, big city, going to my baby's head. Bright lights, big city, going to my baby's head. I tried to tell you, baby, but you don't believe a word I said. if you start, so that's in G, you can of course move it up to A, and that's exactly the same. The one thing that's the tough thing about learning guitar is finding notes. I find reading sheet music difficult because you find notes in several places, and it's working out how to play it the most efficiently. But one of the easiest things about playing guitar is that to move something from an A to a G is just the same pattern, you just shift it up. So generally transposing something, oh, I can't play this in E, I need to play it in A to accompany some other instrument, or a singer that can't sing in E and needs to sing in A, you can generally just move it up. And it's generally the same pattern, but just in a different place. So transposing is fairly simple. Most of the time, depends how many open chords and movable chords and things like that you're using. So probably the next thing I'll try is, so we'll just try a different pattern in the E. So this is just a different strum pattern. This affects your the feel of the song. This just affects the feel of the song, basically. Down. So bright lights, big city, going to my baby's head. Yeah, bright lights, big city, going to my baby's head. I'm trying to tell you, baby, but you don't believe a word I say. You can also bright lights, big city. Without any change, it can be a bit boring, but it can help you also just get your timing right. So although this may sound a bit more boring than the previous one I did, it'll just help with your timing. Bright lights, big city, going to my baby's head. Yeah, bright lights, big city, going to my baby's head. Gives you less time to move. Try to tell you, baby, but you don't believe a word I say. You can try a lot of different rhythm patterns on the same thing. That's just again alternating. I generally play a fingerstyle guitar, so I'm just alternating my thumb on the bottom two strings as I'm playing. One important thing is to keep your strumming hand in time. So even if you're not playing, just keep the strumming hand moving, even if you're not actually on the strings playing the chord. So, all right, we'll go for it. Bright lights, big city, going to my baby's head. Yeah, bright lights, big city, going to my baby's head. I tried to tell you, baby, but you don't believe a word I say. It's alright, pretty baby, you're gonna need my help someday. Yeah, it's alright, pretty baby, you're gonna need my help someday. You're gonna wish you had to listen to some of these words I say. ahead, pretty baby. Go on and knock your fool self out. Yeah, go ahead, pretty baby. Go on and knock your fool self out. You know I love you, baby, but you don't know what it's all about. Well, bright lights, big city, going to my baby's head. Yeah, bright lights, big city, going to my baby's head. No, I try to tell you, baby, but you don't believe a word I say. Very basically.